More music, more variety from your local station. Caithness FM.
Good evening, you're listening to Caithness FM on 106.5. My name's Alex Jones, and I'm joined by a very special guest, Deborah. Say hello, Deborah.
Hello, it's very nice to be here. Long-time listener, first-time guest.
Yeah, I think you actually won enough games that we played here on Caithness FM that you got invited on. Is that how it worked?
Well, that's right. I mean, I'm mostly just here to pick up my free, Caithness FM pen, but, I thought I'd just stick around and just see what was going on.
Yeah, we've got several games this evening, and whilst you may not win a slot on the show, you could win a Caithness FM pen. I've just handed Deborah one of many that she's owed, and her face says it all. She was very, very excited. You can't see that, of course, but you just have to believe me. Over the moon, would you say, Deborah?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I've brought a sack to bring all the pens back with me.
A whole sack, wow. Well, you're only getting one, because here at Caithness FM, we're a bit tight on our money. We can only afford cheap pens. We're going to start with some ABBA songs here. Money. So, Deborah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, it's nice to be up here.
Good. You've travelled far to come here, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a fair old journey up on the bus. It's 3.5 hours.
You come from the big city in Venice, of course.
Up the big population.
How's it being in the real Highlands?
Yeah, it's nice. It's damp and cold, but it's.
That's the Highlands. That's Caithness. It's windy, cold, damp, and that's just spring. So you travel a lot, do you? Would you say?
Yeah, I do. I spend a lot of time traveling.
And I always find travel very, very stressful. What's the best way to unwind after a long travel? Something like a nice alcoholic beverage.
Yes.
Perhaps after a long journey, you might fancy beer having bust. Maybe you'd fancy wine having driven. But the best, in my mind, of course, is spirits having flown.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's an amazing song by the Bee Gees. That was your request, wasn't it, Deborah?
It was, yeah.
What's it called again?
Spirits Having Flown.
Yes, and do you think a spirit having flown is a good way to unwind after a long flight?
I think so, yeah. It's...
A brandy girl? Gin?
Actually, I don't actually drink. But,
gosh, my joke ruined.
Yeah, a little lemonade having taken the rail replacement bus service.
That doesn't quite fit. That's a different song, Lemonade having bus serviced. But I've got a question. Your name's Deborah. You've introduced yourself to everyone. Is your last name Abraca?
It is.
Oh, what? Well, then Steve Miller Band actually wrote this song for you. It's called Abracadabra.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
So I think I told you that tail end of last year we got burgled. Very, very unfortunate.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and the worst part of it is, the random, bizarre nature of the things that get taken. Almost all of our kitchenware got taken away, and it's been really frustrating since then, because half the time we don't have anything you need, and we've constantly having to go and spend all our money on new kitchen supplies.
Gosh.
And it gets to the point that all of the money that you would be spending on other things, like treat yourself, you're spending on new kitchen stuff. It's almost like you're working for the knife.
I cry at the start of every...
That's meant to play the jingle just then. I pressed the start button. I'll try that again. You can probably hear me pressing the start button. I'll press this one. There we go.
FM.
No, it's just not playing. The whole thing's just broken. We'll just pretend that we heard the jingle there. You're listening to Caithness FM, where there's more music, more variety. That was Fleetwood Mac with Dreams, and halfway through that we were interrupted by that lovely Caithness FM jingle, which finally decided to press play without me touching the button. It's a broken button, the slider's down, it's never being pressed ever again. And I just played Fleetwood Mac by Dreams. What's one of your biggest dreams, Deborah? Coming on Caithness FM,
yeah.
Good answer, yeah.
Caithness FM.
And second best dream is, of course, having a request song played on Alextravaganza on Caithness FM, I'd say. And so I'm very happy to make Andy's second best dream come true by playing the request song Andy put in. It's Flashy by City Girls featuring Kim Petras. That's Flashy by City Girls featuring Kim Petras, requested by Andy here on It's still not working. Oh, I've got the choir live here in the studio. Thank you so much. It's really going off forever now. I'm never pressing that button ever again. But you're listening to Caithness FM on 106.5. My name's Alex Jones. The show's Alextravaganza, and I'm joined by the lovely Deborah. Deborah, when I moved up to Scotland, one of the hardest things for me, of course, was the way people pronounce words compared to me. I'm a Southern English person, so I pronounce things, properly, I'd say. So, a few months back, we went to that wonderful shop, Primark. But I had no idea where you were wanting to take me, because what did you call it?
Well, I thought we were going to Primark.
Primark. See, now, it really bugs me here, because the correct pronunciation of that kind of word is Primark, and that's why we're going to play this amazing song by Marina called Prima Donna.
Prima donna girl, yeah.
That was Marina with Prima Donna, an amazing song here on
Caithness FM.
The county can rejoice. Our jingle is working again. This is fantastic news. How are you doing, Deborah?
I'm doing great. I'm just, having a nice time here.
Good, yeah, it's lovely. I know COVID's such a thing of the past, but isn't it so nice to be able to, do things, go out, have guests on the radio? We're sat very close together here.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer instead of the social distancing and, the working from home and all that stuff. It's,
talking of working from home, I have this amazing thing, because obviously I used to work on a site nearby to here, like a lot of people do in the county, and I used to eat so much chocolate on site. I had a little drawer just full of chocolate bars, little treats to myself, and absolutely adored treating myself. You got to have a little treat when you're at work.
Oh, absolutely.
But then when I took work home with me and I started living at work, that became less and less. I started eating less and less chocolate. But recently, in the last year, I've been going back to work, back to site. And of course, you make the horrible discovery there of that chocolate bar drawer I've had. It's still full of chocolates, which are now 3-4 years old, way past their expiry date. But there is some positives that can come from mould on chocolate, is you can finally answer the question, is there life on Mars? Jimi Hendrix there, All Along the Watchtower. What an amazing song that is.
I have no strong feelings about that one way or the other.
Thank you, that's a good point, because here at Caithness FM we are extremely impartial, which is why this next song is going to be called The Nice Impartial title. And it's also the end of the beginning of Caithness FM for this evening, because in 10 minutes, Jeff and Laura will be taking over with Caithness Country Connections. They're stood there, they're primed, ready with their machinery, ready to take away. This is Dejo. I'm sorry, I've got to end Hers Years Too Sweet a bit early, but that was Alextravaganza here on Caithness FM, joined by my amazing friend Deborah.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'd like to say thank you to all 2 of my Twitter followers for tuning in and bumping the numbers up a little bit.
Wow, that's an amazing following. Well, considering you only put a link out 5 minutes before we went live, that's pretty good. People, have their lives, see it, and they've sat down to join us. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. Thank you if you've just been driving your car, if you've been sitting down with us, a nice glass of wine perhaps. And you've got a really fun hour of music lined up here. It's Jeff and Laura with Caithness Country Connections, and then you've got an equally fun 2 hours following that with Bob Johnson's Future Legends. Jeff and Laura are telling me that their show is more fun, so you should. They're more fun. You're sticking around for the first hour. It's great country music, great chat, amazing couple, those two, and yeah. Oh no, sorry. In the balance, to balance.
Should I be the devil's advocate and say they're a dreadful pair? I've never met anyone more objectionable in my entire... Goodness me.
Yeah, so, we're going to do this whole impartiality thing. I'm saying goodbye right now, but probably should be saying hello, actually, shouldn't I? It's a tricky...
Or you say goodbye and I say hello. That's a song by the Beatles.
Yeah, there we go. We should have played the
segue.
Beatles. Yeah. But we're not playing... We're not playing the Beatles just now. But yeah, this has been great fun. You're listening to Caithness FM, but other radio stations are available. My name's Alex Jones. I've been joined by Deborah. We've had great fun. This has been Alextravaganza. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, solidarity forever.